Welcome back, Devils fans. It is your host, Ace, here on Running with the Devils, where we are talking New Jersey Devils hockey all year long. Please hit that subscribe button, smash the like, share with a friend. Thank you very much. And I'm here today just to review some basic factual information and take a look back at the season thus far for our New Jersey Devils. Lots of people, in my opinion, have been wildly overreacting to this West Coast trip. And while I'm not thrilled about it, obviously, going 1-3 on the road trip, the sky is not falling. Everything is fine, and the team will be fine, but let's just take a look. Obviously, we all know that brutal opening night loss to Carolina was disheartening to many Doomers overreacting to that game, because obviously Doomer's going to doom. Devils lose the opener in Raleigh, and then what do? They rip off an 8-game heater. 8 games in a row they had won. And that doesn't happen by accident. It certainly doesn't happen by accident, and it is the signs of a good hockey team. They won some games in dominant fashion. They won some in ugly fashion. They won a couple somewhere in the middle. But in the end, ripping off an 8-game winning streak in the NHL is no easy task. As we all know, the Devils didn't even win 4 games in a row for nearly 3 calendar years. 3 calendar years. The last time they did it was in January of 23. Lots of people talked about that. And not only did they win 4 games this year, they won 8. 8 games, everyone flying high, and then they go on the West Coast. They go on the West Coast, and that trip obviously was not great. First game in Denver, they lose by a score of 8-4 to the Avalanche. Tough night for Markey, tough night for the whole team. And after that game, once again, enter the Doomers. The first game after an 8-game winning streak, 8-4, and they come out of the woodwork. They come out from under their bridges. They come out from wherever they're coming and just, oh, this team's terrible last year, blah, blah, blah. Wild stuff. Completely wild stuff. And then the next game in San Jose, they lose 5-2. And it gets ugly. It gets ugly. People are coming out from the corners of the internet and just complaining and bashing the team. And it's kind of wild. So then first 2 games on the road on the West Coast, losses. They rebound and win one against the Kings in LA by a score of 4-1. A game in which the Devils were thoroughly outplayed. The deserved to win a meter had the Devils at 11%. Doubled up in shots by the Kings. Jacob Markstrom stole 2 points in LA. Fresh off that new contract. Fresh off all the criticism from these people about the Avalanche game. Markey comes out and has a dominant performance. We steal 2 points in LA. And all is well in Devils land for a little bit. But then we go to Anaheim. Devils in Anaheim and lose another bad one. Another night which we saw the Devils give up a goal very early and then be forced to kind of chase the rest of the game. That game was ugly. And here we are, 1-3 on that West Coast trip. Everybody coming out of the woodwork to talk poorly about this club. And what I will say is, while I am personally not happy at all about that West Coast trip, take a step back. Like I always say, zoom out a little bit. Let's look at the bigger picture. 1-3 on that West Coast trip is very ugly. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not happy about it. Many of you are not happy about it. I'm sure every single player is not happy about it. Sheldon Keefe is not happy about it. Tom Fitzgerald is not happy about it. Nobody is happy about that road trip. Plain and simple. It was a bad road trip. Had they won in Anaheim and split the trip and went 2-2, I would feel much better. But it is what it is. The reality is, this is not an excuse. But the reality is, Brett Pesce was a massive loss to this club and way bigger than anyone thought or hoped. I knew it was going to be a big hit to the team. I did not think it would be this big. Pesce's importance to this club cannot be overstated. And you've seen what's happened in his absence. Cholowski comes in the lineup. They put Luke on the other side. They gave Casey a couple games. The defense is much better with Pesce than without. And with Kovacevic already being sidelined, that is 2 of your top 6 defenders out of the lineup. That's the reality. 2 of your top 6 defenders. And then up front, obviously missing Dodonov, Connor Brown, Cody Glass. And so now you see all of these kind of injuries building upon each other. And in the end, it's a lot to overcome at once. It really is. And this is not to excuse the poor play. Even without all these guys, the Devils should have played much better on the West Coast. Absolutely. But playing 8 games in 13 nights on the trip, the schedule makers really did us no favors this year, and it is what it is. Every team is going to have to go through stretches like this. It's a brutal travel, brutal schedule, condensed games, a lot of action, and these guys are probably fatigued. It's nice that they're going to have these few days off before returning to the Rock to play the Canadiens. That's going to be a massive one. I'll get back to that in a minute. But everyone's just got to relax. Any team missing this amount of guys are going to feel it, and you're going to see it on the ice. There's no way around it. No one is not skipping a beat with all these injuries. That is the reality. And so everyone going, oh, they're injured every year, blah, blah, blah. That's the unfortunate reality as well. For the past few seasons, this team has been plagued by injury. But this season, it's a whole new bunch of guys being injured. It's not the guys you would think. You know, people are, oh, this guy's injury prone, that guy's injury prone. And some of our guys have had unfortunate luck with injuries over the past few seasons. But the guys hurt this year are totally different guys. So you can't even say, oh, the Devils have too many injury-prone players. These are new guys getting hurt, guys. It's not the same thing. It's just the black cloud of injuries is still looming over this team. And if you look league-wide, tons of teams are dealing with injuries. Tons. There's guys getting hurt every single night. And it's unfortunate, but guys, hockey is a very physical and violent sport. Brutal. Blocking shots, hits. There's so many different ways to get hurt. And unfortunately, it's playing out in real time right now for this Devils club, and they're going to have to withstand it. Try to tread water a little bit till Pesce and or Glass and Kovacevic, all these guys come back. The Devils, when healthy or even closer to health than they are right now, are a lethal team, and you saw it during that 8-game winning streak. But that is not the team we are icing right now. And you have to realize there is going to be a drop-off. It is inevitable. No team in the league is missing this many guys, and they're like, oh, we're just as good as we were. It just doesn't happen. That's not reality. And then there's people blaming the training and medical staff. This is a narrative that absolutely drives me crazy, and I feel like people have been kind of saying it for a couple of years now, and now it's starting to get parroted more by other people that are like, yeah, the training and medical staff? Please tell me, because every time I drop this question to these people, after they regurgitate this nonsense, they disappear, and they don't answer. So all of you people that are saying, fire the trainers, fire the conditioning and this staff and whatever. How are these people going to prevent broken bones? Please tell me. Please tell me. How can these trainers prevent players from suffering broken bones? Tell me how. Because if you have an answer, we could be billionaires overnight. If you find a way to prevent broken bones, Big Pharma will cut that check, hospitals, sports teams. The ways to monetize that are endless. So let me know. We could all be billionaires together. Because to blame trainers and medical personnel and conditioning coaches for guys getting broken bones is complete insanity. And if you regurgitate this narrative, you're part of the problem. It certainly is not the medical staff's issue here. It's not. And these people want blood. They want to point the finger at somebody. And everyone wants to, be up in arms and look for somebody to put the blame on. It's just bad luck. It really is. And people, oh, you can't be that unlucky for a few years. Yes, you can. And we're seeing it right now. And so for all the people with that silly narrative, again, it's completely ridiculous. You couldn't be more wrong. And I'm waiting for you to tell me how to prevent broken bones because we'll all be rich together. All right, I'm done with that. Done with all that nonsense. And so now when you look at this team, currently sitting at 9-4, let's take a look because the sky is falling according to many of you. Shout out to those of you that remain positive and have a normal outlook on the situation. But let's look at the division. We look at the Metropolitan Division as of today, and what do you know? Our beloved New Jersey Devils, through 13 games played, are 9-4. Wow, that's pretty good. Good enough for first in the division, playing at a .692 points percentage hockey. Not too bad. First in the Metro, through 13 games. Let's see, first in the Metro, let's see how they're doing in the conference. And would you look at that? The New Jersey Devils, second in the Eastern Conference, only to the Canadiens. Second in the conference. I will certainly be thrilled with that at this juncture, given all the injuries that we've had. And then we look at the entire national, the NHL, entire league, your New Jersey Devils, my New Jersey Devils, our beloved New Jersey Devils. Fourth in the entire NHL. People, you need to just take a step back, and I understand that West Coast trip was damaging to a lot of you. I totally get it, but it's not the end of the world. There is going to be peaks and valleys. Did you all believe that this Devils team for the whole season was going to win 8 of every 9 games? Because if you thought that, I'm here to tell you that is wildly unrealistic. Even very good teams, peaks and valleys. This is an 82-game season. Marathon, not a sprint. There's going to be some ugly points. Obviously, the West Coast trip was one of them. And hopefully this team rebounds on home ice. Coming back to the Rock Thursday, hosting the Canadiens. Another big matchup, another big early season matchup for this club, taking on the number 1 team in the East, and we're number 2. Eastern Conference supremacy on the line. It's a huge one at the Rock. If you're going to the game, get fired up, get loud. I've talked about this forever. Let the boys feel the support. Let the opposition feel the tension. Make it a difficult building to play in. We got to get better at that. If I'm being honest, I do think as a fan base, we have a lot of work to do. We need to be much better, much more vocal, and we just really need to make the Rock an intimidating place, because as of right now, in a lot of games, I don't think that it is. I just don't. We got to get better, guys. But 4th in the league, and big showdown with those Canadians at the Rock. And then we look at the whole National Hockey League. What do you know? Tied for first place in goals with 10 goals. Jack Hughes, come on down. Who doesn't love Jack, the franchise player? And he looks like he's on a mission this season. I think he's kind of heard in the background some of the nonsense that goes on the internet. Gotta love the internet, right? Oh, man, what a beautiful and ugly place. But Jack Hughes is out there on a mission. 10 goals, tied with Nathan MacKinnon for number 1 in the league. And I desperately want to see Jack hit 50 this year. Somehow, the New Jersey Devils have never had a 50-goal scorer in the history of the franchise. Would love to see Jack become the first one. Piggybacking on that, the Devils have never had a 100-point scorer. Jack got 99 in that 22-23 season. Oh, so close. Can he do it this year? Can Jack get 50 goals and 100 points? I think he can. I would love to see it. Love Jack Hughes. Hopefully he stays healthy and he just continues his dominance this season and really emerges as that heart conversation type guy, because I think he is. And when Jack is on, he is one of the most lethal players in the league. We have seen ridiculous highlight reel goals from him already on the season. I mean, my God, there's so many already. But the Edmonton game, both of them, when he split the defenders and came in and ripped one. Then the other goal, his second goal of the game against Edmonton, when he was in tight, just throwing on the moves. The overtime winner against the Avalanche at home was absolutely electric. How about the one on the West Coast trip where he dropped it through his legs? When he dropped it through his legs and peeled off, dropped it to Brader, and then he peeled off and one time. I mean, just insane plays being made from Jack. Gotta love this guy, and looking forward to watching him dominate the league through the rest of the season. And then we get to the Devils' individual player stats on the season. Jack Hughes, number 1 spot with 10 goals and 6 assists for 16 points through 13 games. And in the number 2 spot, Dawson Mercer, 8 goals and 6 assists for 14 points. What a breakout season for our man, Dawson Mercer, a guy that a lot of people have talked badly upon for the past couple of years. Gotta love Dawson Mercer. Taking that opportunity in the top 6 and running with it. Yeah, we have seen him on the third line when they moved him to center for a few games, and then they tried him on wing. But in the end, he's going to be a top 6 guy for the majority of the season, in my opinion, and he's shown that he is worthy and capable of playing in that spot. Over a point a game. Dawson Mercer. Gotta love it. What a big season from Dawson. Hopefully he can continue that on down the stretch and continue to help this Devils club. Jesper Bratt, number 3. 4 goals, 9 assists for 13 points in the 13 games. The captain, Nico, at number 4 with 3 goals and 8 assists for 11 points. Timomeier, 3 goals and 7 assists for 10 points. And then we got a bunch of defensemen coming up. Dougiehamilton. Oh, you guys know I love Dougie. Another guy I've defended against the naysayers for a long time now. Dougiehamilton is a huge piece to this team, guys. If you see how the defense is a little down right now with the injuries to Pesce and Kovacevic, can you imagine a world without Dougiehamilton right now? Because I can, and it is downright frightening. Love Dougie, tightening up defensively a little bit this year, contributing big time on the offensive side of things. 4 goals, 3 assists for 7 points for Dougie, and I love Dougiehamilton, guys. You already know. Luke Hughes on the number 7 spot with 7 assists for 7 points. We got Shimo Nemitz also with 7 assists. The injured Connor Brown. What a start for him. What a great offseason addition by Fitz. Hopefully he's back very soon. Hopefully for Thursday. That injury was suffered on the West Coast. We didn't know for a couple days, and he missed a couple games, but we need him back. He is a huge part of the resurgence in the bottom 6, along with Gritsuk, who has been a treat to watch as well. And then number 10, Brenden Dillon. What a machine, guys. There was a shift during that game the other night where Brenden Dillon was just all over the place, keeping the puck in. I'll post the link in the description to this Brenden Dillon shift against Anaheim because it was phenomenal. But Dilly's got 2 goals, 4 assists for 6 points. Great start for him. He's locking it down defensively as well. But overall, guys, do not feed into the negativity. There are just people that want to complain no matter what. Don't fall victim to it. Do not fall victim to it. This is a good hockey team. Peaks and valleys. The West Coast was a little bit of a dip, and we're looking to get back on the right side of things at the Rock. But I fully believe in this team. But you have to adjust your expectations with all the injuries. It's unfortunate, but they kind of got to just tread water and scrape and claw for points right now and get healthier. Cody Glass is going to be a big addition when he comes back. Hopefully that's soon. Obviously, Connor Brown, as I talked about. Pesci, Kovacevic. These are sizable injuries. Granted, they're not the big names on the team, but defense alone, when you see the ripple effect where now, Chalowski's plugged in, pairs get switched up, Luke's on his offside, this is not ideal. This is not ideal at all, and it's the unfortunate reality of what you need to do when these guys are down. When this team gets healthier, they're going to be much better. Nothing whatsoever has changed about my outlook for this club. Eastern Conference Finals are bust, and I do think they are a legit contender. Lots of people are going to flame me for that, and I don't care. You guys dwell in negativity, not me. Not me, because when this team is healthy and at the top of their game, they are lethal. And that's it, guys. Do not fall prey to the negative people. This team will be fine. It was an ugly West Coast trip, and we're looking to move on from it at home. 3 big games at the Rock. I am fired up. I will probably be at a couple of them, maybe all of them. But Thursday the 6th against Montreal. Saturday afternoon the 8th against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Always love seeing Sid. If you've never seen Sid live, you're not going to have an unlimited amount of chances going forward. I have to see Sid every time he comes to town. What a great player and just ambassador for the sport. I love Sid. And then Monday the 10th against the Islanders. 3 big Eastern Conference games before they go back out on the road for a while. And show up, be loud, show the boys the support that they deserve. If you're not going already, buy some tickets. Go to one of those 3 games. Go to 2 of the 3. Go to all 3. Big homestand for this club. 3 games. Would love to win them all, obviously. I'm greedy. Would love to win them all. But winning 2 out of 3 would be respectable, for sure. Would love to win all 3, though. The Devils, as you all know, are unbeaten at the Rock on the young season. And that's big as well. Got to be a good home team and try to get home ice to the playoffs. It matters a lot. But right now, the boys are 5-0 at the Rock. 5-0. Gotta love it. Make the Prudential Center a difficult place to play and give the boys all the good energy you can when you're there. But I said a lot in this video. Let me know what you think about what I said in the comments. Anything, everything New Jersey Devils hockey, you just throw it out there in the comments. I enjoy talking to most of you. I'll be back soon. Tons of things in the works as always. Thank you all for watching. I love you all. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Until next time, friends, let's go.